In the vastness of the galaxy, Earth was once seen as a joke. The many alien civilizations that ruled the stars regarded humanity as insignificant and primitive. These beings were incredibly advanced, with forms and abilities far beyond anything humans could imagine. Some had shimmering wings that sparkled like the stars themselves, while others were made of living crystals or pure energy. They communicated in ways humans could barely understand, using telepathy, light signals, or even changing their colors to share thoughts instantly. Compared to these dazzling creatures, humans seemed clumsy and slow. When the Galactic Union, a powerful council made up of the most important alien races, first invited Earth to join their group, it was more of a polite gesture than a serious welcome. The humans were the newest and weakest members. Their technology was outdated by galactic standards. Their weapons were less effective, their starships slower and less durable. Even their languages were odd to the aliens, who could speak with minds or through beams of light. The fact that humans still used sound to communicate was a source of endless amusement. Many aliens found it hard to take humans seriously. In alien space stations and grand halls, leaders would joke about humans, calling Earth a backward planet full of simple creatures. Some aliens came to Earth not to learn or trade, but just to watch the primitive humans struggle with their problems. They found entertainment in watching humans fight their petty wars, make mistakes, and live with all the flaws that come with being young and undeveloped in space. Earth was seen as a place stuck in the past, full of noise, pollution, and strange customs that seemed unworthy of the galaxy's respect. Despite all this, humans had a quality that the aliens did not expect. The galaxy misunderstood humanity's true strength because they looked only at the surface. The aliens did not see the deep determination, creativity, and courage that made humans different. Earthlings had survived through countless hardships. They adapted quickly, learned from every failure, and never gave up, even when others thought they should have. The Galactic Union's laughter was loud, but it covered a growing concern. Some humans, though still new to space, had begun quietly developing their own new technologies. They did not just copy alien inventions. They created fresh ideas that the galaxy had never seen before. These innovations were not flashy or loud, but clever and powerful. Slowly, without much notice, Earth's scientists and engineers built weapons that could pierce alien shields, software that could outsmart the smartest AI, and engines that could travel faster and more safely through space. At first, the other races thought human success was just luck or coincidences. When human ships survived pirate attacks or managed small victories, it was easy to dismiss these as chance. But over time, as humans continued to improve, the Union started to pay attention. The jokes became quieter. The mocking looks turned into wary glances. The powerful species that once laughed at humanity began to realize Earth was not as weak as they thought. Humans were not just surviving. They were growing stronger in ways no one had predicted. The secret behind this strength was not a single invention or a stolen alien idea. It was the human spirit, their ability to unite in times of crisis, their stubborn refusal to accept defeat, and their unique way of solving problems with creativity and courage. While the aliens focused on what humans lacked, the humans quietly became a force to be reckoned with. This shift marked the beginning of a new era. The laughter faded, replaced by curiosity and concern. The galaxy had underestimated humans, and that mistake would soon change everything. After the initial signs of human progress, the galaxy began to notice that Earth was no longer just a small, insignificant world. The humans had started to change the way wars were fought and how space was traveled. It began quietly, almost unnoticed, with small incidents that showed how different humans had become. One such incident involved a human cargo ship traveling near the edge of the galaxy. Pirate groups, common in those dark and dangerous regions, had often attacked slow-moving vessels, but this time, the pirates were met with fierce resistance. The humans aboard the ship fought back with weapons and tactics no one expected. The attackers were not only defeated, they were completely destroyed. This outcome surprised the galactic observers, who had never thought humans could be so dangerous. At first, the Galactic Union dismissed this event as pure luck. They believed that human victory was a rare accident, a one-time event that did not mean much. However, similar encounters began to happen more frequently. Each time humans faced off against enemies, they seemed to emerge victorious. They used new weapons and clever strategies that confused their opponents. The galaxy started to take notice, and whispers about human strength began to spread. But even with these hints of power, many still refused to believe that humanity could be a serious threat. Behind the scenes, humans were working hard to improve their technology. They had scientists and engineers who were pushing the boundaries of what was possible. These people were not simply copying what aliens had already invented. Instead, they were creating new things. Advanced weapons that could punch through the strongest shields, artificial intelligences that could outthink alien computers, and engines that allowed ships to travel faster and more quietly. This new technology was the result of human creativity, innovation, and a deep desire to protect their planet and people. It was not about destruction, but about survival and becoming strong enough to defend themselves. Some in the Galactic Union began to suspect that humans had found a secret power source, or discovered alien technology hidden on Earth or in space. There was much speculation about a mysterious project called Project Dawnfire. This program was rumored to be a top-secret effort by humans to build powerful weapons and ships. The details were unclear, but the idea that humans had a hidden advantage made many uneasy. The sudden rise in human power was unlike anything the galaxy had seen before. As humans continued to grow stronger, some alien species tried to learn more about Earth's secret. They sent spies and agents to observe human activities and gather information. But humans had prepared well for this. Their security systems were incredibly advanced, using a mix of technology and human intelligence to keep secrets safe. Even the best spies and hackers in the galaxy struggled to break through. The more the aliens tried to learn, the more they realized how difficult it was to understand human technology and strategy. Meanwhile, the humans themselves did not stop to boast or seek glory. They focused on training their forces, improving their ships, and strengthening their alliances. Humans worked together, sharing knowledge and skills to make sure that every step forward was solid and meaningful. This unity was different from many alien species, who often fought among themselves or kept secrets for their own gain. The humans' ability to cooperate and stay focused helped them develop faster than anyone expected. This quiet but steady rise began to change the balance of power in the galaxy. Where once humans were ignored or mocked, they now earned respect, though some still feared them. Alien leaders started to speak in hushed tones about humanity's growing influence and power. They wondered how far humans could go and what they might do next. No one was certain what the future held, but one thing was clear. The age of easy dominance by the old powers was ending. The humans from Earth were awakening, and their rise was only just beginning. The galaxy had underestimated humanity's strength and spirit, and this mistake would soon have consequences that would echo across the stars. As humanity's power grew, the Galactic Union's attitude toward Earth shifted from amused indifference to cautious wariness. The human race had proven that they were no longer the weaklings of the galaxy. This change sparked unease among the long-standing rulers of the stars. They saw a force emerging that could challenge their dominance and upset the balance of power. The older alien civilizations had spent centuries building empires, forming alliances, and mastering complex technologies. Yet, here were humans, relatively new to space travel, moving quickly to outmatch them in strength and strategy. This uneasy feeling reached its peak when humans took part in the first official Galactic Peace Summit. The meeting was supposed to be a simple gathering to discuss cooperation between races, But it turned into a moment of revelation. The humans arrived with a fleet of sleek, powerful warships. Unlike anything the galaxy had seen, their ships were smaller but faster, equipped with advanced shields and weapons that could strike with surprising force and accuracy. The human leaders spoke calmly but confidently, showing no fear or arrogance. This display of power stunned many attendees. It was clear that humans had come prepared to defend themselves and were ready to claim their place in the galaxy. After the summit, whispers began circulating through the corridors of power. Some alien leaders advocated for alliances with humans, believing that their strength could be useful in galactic affairs. Others, however, saw humans as a dangerous threat that must be contained before they grew even stronger. Secret meetings were held, and plans were made to monitor human activities more closely. The old empires feared that if humans were left unchecked, they might soon become unstoppable. Meanwhile, humans continued to focus on expanding their knowledge and influence. They explored new star systems, discovering valuable resources and forming new colonies. Their scientists worked on improving technology, including faster-than-light travel and advanced AI capable of running entire starship systems with near-perfect efficiency. These achievements allowed humans to project their power deeper into space, reaching areas previously controlled by alien factions. One of the most important human innovations was the creation of the neural nexus, a powerful network linking human minds with their artificial intelligences. This system allowed for instant communication and decision-making across vast distances. It was like a giant brain shared between humans and machines, making their fleets incredibly coordinated and effective. This advantage gave humans an edge in battles, where speed and strategy often meant the difference between victory and defeat. The Galactic Union struggled to keep up. Many of its member species had grown complacent, relying on old methods and outdated strategies. They underestimated how quickly humans could learn and adapt. When conflict broke out over a contested mining planet, the humans were ready. Their well-coordinated fleet overwhelmed the alien forces with tactics no one had predicted. This victory marked a turning point. The galaxy began to see humans not just as a threat, but as a force capable of reshaping power across the stars. Despite their growing power, humans remained cautious. They understood that outright war with the Galactic Union could destroy everything they had built. Instead, they sought to build alliances with other races that felt threatened by the old empires. These smaller groups saw humans as a chance to change the status quo and gain more freedom and respect. Slowly, a new coalition began to form, one that challenged the dominance of the ancient powers. The Galactic Union was forced to face a new reality. Humans had gone from being laughed at to becoming the most significant threat to their control. Their rise was driven not only by their technology, but by their unyielding spirit. This spirit made humans fearless, resourceful, and willing to fight for their place among the stars. In this turbulent time, the galaxy was changing. The old ways of domination and control were breaking down. A new era was beginning, one where humanity would play a central role. What once seemed impossible was now happening. The small blue planet called Earth was becoming the heart of a powerful movement that could alter the course of galactic history forever. The galaxy now faced a turning point it had never anticipated. Humanity, once mocked and dismissed, had become the greatest challenge to the established order. Alien leaders watched with growing concern as Earth's influence expanded, reshaping alliances and breaking centuries-old power structures. Humans no longer sought permission or acceptance. They demanded respect and equality. Their rise was unstoppable, driven by determination, ingenuity, and a fierce will to protect their home and their future. The new coalition of human allies proved to be a formidable force. These smaller species, once overshadowed by the great empires, found renewed hope in working alongside humans. Together, they shared knowledge, technology, and strategies that allowed them to resist the domination of the old powers. Battles that once seemed hopeless began to turn in favor of this alliance. Human fleets, aided by the new partners, moved swiftly and struck precisely, disrupting the Galactic Union's control over critical regions. The combined strength of this coalition was more than just military might. It was a symbol of change sweeping across the stars. Human leaders remained careful not to become conquerors. They emphasized cooperation, diplomacy, and mutual benefit. Their vision was not one of empire building but of creating a galaxy where all species could thrive and share resources fairly. This message attracted many who had grown tired of oppression and endless wars. As their influence grew, Earth became a symbol of hope and a beacon for those seeking a new future. The Galactic Union, once certain of its dominance, was forced to reconsider its approach. Attempts to crush humanity through overwhelming force failed. Human technology and tactics proved too advanced and flexible. Instead, the Union shifted to strategies of containment and negotiation, trying to isolate Earth and its allies. But the more they tried to hold back humanity, the more determined humans became to break those barriers. Skirmishes and proxy conflicts erupted across multiple star systems, each testing the limits of human resolve and capability. One of the most critical moments came when a powerful alien warlord, known for his brutal campaigns and vast fleets, challenged the humans directly. His forces sought to crush the growing alliance and restore the old order through sheer force. The humans responded with a carefully planned defense that combined speed, technology, and coordination through their neural nexus system. The battle was fierce and lasted weeks, but in the end, the human-led coalition emerged victorious. This triumph not only secured strategic regions, but also sent a clear message to the galaxy. Humanity was a force to be reckoned with. Behind this success was the human spirit, an unbreakable will forged through centuries of struggle on a small planet where survival was never guaranteed. Unlike other species that relied heavily on tradition or power alone, humans combined intelligence with emotion, courage with creativity. Their ability to learn from mistakes and adapt quickly made them unpredictable and dangerous in battle. The galaxy's greatest powers had underestimated this, paying a heavy price. With their victory, humans gained new respect and influence in galactic politics. They secured seats at important councils and began shaping laws and agreements that promoted fairness and peace. Though many challenges remained, humanity had proven it was no longer a joke or a threat to be ignored. They were now leaders in a galaxy undergoing profound change. Yet, despite their success, humans did not forget their origins. They remained humble, knowing that their rise came with great responsibility. They continued to push for unity and understanding among all species, believing that the future of the galaxy depended on cooperation rather than conquest. Their story became a lesson to all. Strength without compassion leads only to destruction, but strength combined with hope can create a new world. The laughter that once echoed across the stars at humanity's expense had been replaced by cautious respect, and in some cases, fear. The small blue planet that had seemed so weak had grown into the galaxy's greatest threat, not because humans sought to destroy, but because they refused to be destroyed. Their rise marked the beginning of a new era, one where the stars belonged to everyone, and the future was shaped by those brave enough to change it.